got a couple people in already. I wasn't expecting that for a pop-up. Living It, Desert Adventures in Arizona, Gypsy Artist on the Road. So that's pretty cool. 4 people already. Of course, Norris, I know he's here. Yep, there he is. He just popped up. Is the sound okay? The video okay? This is just a quick pop-up for some announcements from YouTube when we get to them in a few minutes. Let's see. Not everybody's in here yet, but they will be. Like I said, I didn't schedule this. It was just a pop-up. So how's everybody's 4th been? Rideshare Road Warrior, Rick. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for stopping in. Jessica Hicks. Seems like a couple new people, but you know, at my age, I could forget that you've been in here before, so bear with me. So, Gypsy, where are you? Steve, Desert Adventures, where are you? Let's see, Tim, Living It, where are you now? Rideshare Road Warrior, you on the road? Jessica Hicks, are you a nomad or just are you a content creator for YouTube or just a fan? So we've got 6 in the house. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button. Oh, wow. What'd you get kicked out for? Just being there too long? That doesn't seem very nice. Are you at McDonald's or somebody else's? Orange County? Okay, I haven't been over there yet. I've been to Blythe, but that's about as far west as I've been so far. When I get back on the road in October, I may go further into California, not sure. Oh, you're back driving for the summer. That's right. Living It drives truck, I guess, during the summer and then takes off on the winters. Oh, okay. Yeah, I heard something about that, but not much. We don't get much news out here on the East Coast. Yeah, we were under a severe drought here for about 3 months. Then we had rain. Rick says he's an Uber driver and lives in his car. Hey, whatever it takes. 118 days left to work. Let's see. I don't know how many days I've got. Let's see. What is today? July 5th. July, August, September. 2 months. About 10 weeks, I guess. But most of September, I'm going to be doing some mods on the bus. I'm going to be bringing that back to the desert. Pickup truck prices are just so outrageous. Well, that's all right. September. Wow, it's been drought on both ends of this country by the looks. Again, this is just an impromptu pop-up. And here, if you take a look at the screen, I'm just going to pop something up. So if I could have your attention, please. I don't have any fanfare or drum rolls, but the first section is going to go kind of quick. I haven't figured out how to slow it down much more. Well, guess what? That didn't work. I don't know why. Oh no. I had it all set up and it worked a few minutes ago. This is something. Gee. Huh. Let me check the settings. Well, it's working in the settings. So, you know how it goes. Let's see. Everything seems to be working, except on screen. Well, that's true. I don't blame you there. I know RV parks are expensive. That's why I don't stay in them. Well, you're still south of Phoenix. That's still pretty hot, isn't it? This time of year? I was going to say hot, yeah. All right. I'm not sure why this thing's not working. Vertical speed. You got the vertical speed set up? Jeez, I don't know. It works when I go into the setup file, but when I see it on the screen, it's not working. That's weird. Nope, it just will not work. Nope, just will not work. Okay, we'll do this one. Got 11 in the house. That's why I put that roll call up. Only a few of you are chatting. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button, please. And Wednesday, I'll be back on at 8. If you weren't here last week, I did a live stream on Japanese inventions, the good, bad, and the ugly, basically. And Wednesday, I'm going to do some U.S. patents that might be good and they might be bad and they might be scary. So Wednesday at 8, I'll be back on. And tonight, I don't know how, wow, it's only been 7 minutes. Feels like a lot longer than that. I'm not used to wow, that's cool. Desert Adventures. 5 acres. That's nice. Yeah, when I get too old to ride the roads, I may look for an acre somewhere just so I can plop whatever I have on there. I'm looking to see if I have anything that's interesting. No, but I know what I haven't done yet. I haven't started these yet. Hey, Catherine. Thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Just my little pop-ups. I had a scrolling screen that has been working fine until I went live. And it was thanking everybody that helped me get over that 4K hump. I'll get it working for next time, or I'm going to do something else for next time. This was done in OBS, so I'll probably just do a little video. That way it's easier to control. Let's see. Catherine says she's in Rapid City, South Dakota. Going to Crazy Horse. Uh-oh, my New England accent almost slipped out there. You know, I got my car in a parking lot, had a potty quarter time. But I've been down south long enough where I'm southernized. So, oh, that's cool, Rick. 5 acres in Colorado. Wow. That's definitely cool. Catherine's at a Flying J. Last time I went to South Dakota, it was to Sturgis. Then from Sturgis went up to Devil's Tower. I was very, very disappointed. I couldn't find the landing strip. I don't know why. And we started walking around the base. And a friend of mine just bought some new shoes and was complaining And I said, well, it's just not much further, not much further. So about 20, 25 minutes later, we came upon a sign that said, you're halfway there. I'm lucky I'm still alive. So I'm watching up here on my second monitor. I've got my chat up there. I need to switch that to live chat. I don't know why it won't do it any other place. The pinned link at the top of chat, that's my sign and design website, or design logos, magnetics, t-shirts, koozies, etc. A lot of nomad stuff is up there. The more nomads I get, the more I put up there. I designed a logo for Desert Adventures in Arizona. That's up there. We've got quite a few others. So check it out. Leave me a message that you've been there. Say hello to Randy for me. Tell him I haven't forgotten about him. Yeah, it's been pretty hot here. It's been in the upper 80s, lower 90s. We did have a couple nights that dropped down to 65 and 68, which was nice. Opened the windows. But then, of course, the front changed and the winds changed and blew the humidity back in. So let me see. What do we got? I don't really have any show and tell tonight. It's just an announcement about YouTube, which 12 minutes in, boy, it seems like it's been half an hour already. But we'll just keep chatting. So I just uploaded a quick short and on the fireworks right here in the neighborhood. Had some pretty big ones, but they were taking forever to go between sets. They do 3 or 4, then they take 10 or 15 minutes to set up the next set, and so I didn't get much of it, just enough to show we had some. Now that I've hit some numbers, I got to keep working away. Oh, one thing I did do, I worked on my shuttle bus to make an outside shower. I'm working on the video for that. I'll show you how I did it. I probably won't show you me taking a shower. I wouldn't want to scare everybody, so. But that's more of the stuff. I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina, Rick. I come here and I'm a roommate, and I do some labor for room and board. You know, fix the house up, put down new floors and things like that. And then I head back out in October. Melmedi living free, zip codeless. That's a lot to say. I can hardly remember it. I was reading it, so that's why I didn't mention them about having their new logo on my website. So if you get a chance to check it out, please do. And if you need anything, let me know. Yeah, I'm putting my drone up for sale. I just don't use it. I've got an old Q500 unique Typhoon, and I just don't use it. So I want to probably get something smaller. So I've got that up for sale. It's big. I think it's 5.5 pounds or something like that with a battery in it. So you don't want to knock anybody in the head with it. I'm looking to see if I have anything over here I can pop up to take up some time. For some of you that don't know, I have a German Shepherd named HD. He has DM, which is degenerative myelopathy. He's losing the use of his back legs, It's not hip dysplasia. It's a spinal cord disease. It affects the white fibers of the spinal cords and the nerves. So right now he's pretty much dragging his butt through the house because he really can't stand up. So he has a set of wheels that I'll be bringing with me, and he has a butt lift so that I can take him out when he needs to go to the bathroom. You only need an FAA license if you're doing it commercially. If it benefits your YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube channel, and if you're getting paid to do it, or if you're trading for it. Uh-oh. I might know who one of those are. No names here. I don't want to get in trouble. Anyway, so and my roommate actually, I have my own room, has 2 potbelly pigs, Grunt and Wally. So she bought the house specifically for the backyard, and they started rooting. So I had to go in and build a fence. And here's the gate that I built. I don't know why that's so small. No telling. And I think I got something else in here. I'm going to have to get my glasses on for this. Let's see. What else we got here? All right, that one's not going to work. I completely redid OBS because I was having a lot of trouble with the computer. And so I thought it might have been a corrupt OBS, but so I started from scratch again. And so I haven't got everything back in here yet. No wonder I'm in the wrong section. Well, here's a picture of Grunt and Wally. Oh, there's Grunt. That's a water sprinkler. Hey, Tumbleweed, RB Life. Good to see you. Thanks for stopping in. Just showing some pictures of a couple potbelly pigs. Grunt's about 150, 160 pounds right now. And he doesn't like water that much. I know, but tonight is just strictly operator failure because I didn't get everything quite ready. But last live I went on, knock on wood. Well, I don't think you can hear me. You can't hear me. Jeez, why is that? Condenser mic. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I've been chatting away, and I don't think anybody could hear me. Could you hear me before? Because I was chatting about Grunt. Well, anyway, that's Grunt. Little Grunt, yeah, little. You know, he was so tiny he could fit in a shoebox. All right. Okay, I didn't have a meter set up. All right, great. Anyway, Grunt doesn't like water. You can wipe him down with wipes. He likes that, but he doesn't like water per se. So I was surprised when he got his face in this sprinkler, but it was a hot day. Okay, I wasn't sure. I didn't uh, I didn't have a meter set up on this scene. So all right, this is Wally. Right here is Wally. That's back when he was much smaller. Oh, wow, I'm glad I didn't say something I shouldn't have. Wally loves the water. I have an old sandbox, big square sandbox with like a turtle top over it. And I fill that up with water, and he gets in there and lays down and rolls over. Grunt puts his head in there and blows bubbles. So they're something else. Let's see. Oh, and because of having to fence it off, well, that doesn't work out right, but that's okay. We'll go to something else. Anyway, I cut a hole through the side of the house, through the brick, and then built a ramp. And it says I have a ramp picture, but I don't. So we'll just go to HD. Here's HD on his wheels. There he is. That was the first time his wheels have ever been installed on him, put on him. And it didn't seem to bother him much. So here's a video of his first time walking in the wheels. Come. Come on. I'm not sure what the lag is. Let me go over and take a quick look. It doesn't seem like I got any lag. Let me see. I'll do that and see if I got a lag. Or I may have a big lag. Who knows? No, only about 5-8 seconds. That's not bad. Surprising. Anyway, that was the first time he ever walked with his wheels. And now he can run again. He loves it when I throw the tennis ball up on the roof and he'll run after it. And he hasn't been able to run for probably a year and a half. So he's a happy puppy now. He did tip it over once. He tried to make a 90-degree turn and it didn't work. But he didn't get upset. He just waited for me to come over and set him back up. So this will be going to the desert with me. And of course his butt harness will also. Let me see if I got anything else. Second screen, opening video. No, nothing else. All right. We're at 24 minutes in. At the half hour. Oh man, we dropped down to 5. What happened to those 11 people? They didn't wait around for the pictures. Oh well. They don't know what they're missing. I got 6 likes. Maybe it was a glitch. Who knows? But that's okay. If you see these 2 things that pop up, I can start them 45 seconds off because they last for a minute and a half. And eventually they meet up and become synced. I have no idea why, but that's a third-party program that's in OBS. It's just weird. After, 15, 20 minutes, they sync up. All right, bottom of the hour. I'll talk about the main subject. OBS is working good. It's operator failure right now because this is the second time I've been live since, well, I did about 6 weeks without doing one. But I'm going to be doing more. Definitely every Wednesday. I'm going to try and get some content here the next few days. I'm going to have a video up hopefully Tuesday of the outdoor shower setup. I've got to do some more stuff to it. I had to figure it out. It's kind of a design as you go. Get rid of these things. They reflect too much. It was kind of a design as you go, so I'll put it to the test as soon as it's completely done. So I don't see anybody new in here besides our newest people. Tumbleweed, RV Life, Rideshare Road Warrior Rick. Who else came in? I have to go back and look. Of course, Catherine Cook, one of my regulars. Norris is #1 regular. He does every live stream and he watches every video. Norris, appreciate that. I don't think he's missed one. And if he does, he goes back and watches it. Yeah, I think the problems between OBS. Hey, Naj, how are you doing? Welcome, welcome. I think the problems between OBS and YouTube, I think I've got those straightened out. So I hate going over to look at my stream health, but it's been excellent. So can't beat that. Thank you, Rick. Well, Naj, you missed the puppies. You missed the potbelly pigs. You have to come back and watch it and see them. I'm going to be getting some more stuff. When Grunt and Wally get down the ramp, they like to scratch, rub their sides, and I'm going to do a mashup, I think. I got to find the right music for it and do a mashup with them, dancing, as it were. Plus, they do what's called a trick or treat. After they eat, they come to my door. If it's closed, they'll bump the door with their nose, and I open up and give them some treats. And that's a nightly thing. And they'll stand right there, bumping the door until I open it. All right, a couple more minutes, and I'll talk about what a lot of you already know. And then maybe we can go for another half hour. You must have hit that back button a little bit, time-wise. So it's 8:28. I'll be ready for Wednesday night, I hope. On the Japanese inventions, I did 10, and I have 150. I'll spread those out over different areas at different time periods and see how it goes. I'm looking a little red here. I'm walking out in the sun today. There's an iron gate that is set up in front of the kitchen. And the reason it's there is because when you get 150, 160 pound potbelly and a 50 pound potbelly in a 10 by 10 kitchen, there's not much room. So she ordered a gate and I put it up, and I modified it today, which is my favorite word, modify. I raised it 1 inch and moved it out 1 inch. Now the trash can go on the inside of the gate, and they can't tip it over anymore. Grunt is the very laid back, I don't care type, whereas Wally is the hellion. He's wide open all the time. Wally can jump about 30 inches. Grunt can jump about 3 inches. And HD can't jump at all anymore. So anybody doing anything interesting? All right. Well, it's 8:30 anyway. All right. YouTube announcements is I put in for my monetization on the 2nd of July. They approved the monetization on the 3rd of July. My super chats and super what something are functional, and I have sent in all my perks for different levels to YouTube, and I'm waiting on them to approve those. They said 24 hours, so possibly tomorrow. You know, most people only have 1, 2, or 3. I've got 4 different perks. True, Naj. They're both too smart for their own good. Yeah, Wally, he'll close the door and then open it if it doesn't, latch. And if you don't latch that gate, he gets his nose in it and pulls it back out. So I became monetized with 4,045 watch hours. Desert Adventures, you didn't have to do that. I wasn't saying it to have somebody do it. I really appreciate it. This all goes towards vet bills for HD and for gas and travel. And I think everybody's going to like the perks. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I don't know how that shows up on screen because I don't have YouTube up and running. I didn't want to take the chance of overloading the CPU. Very much appreciated. I really don't know what to say. I wasn't expecting anything. All right, first of many, I hope, eventually. Again, I'm in no hurry. I'm not leaving till October. Oh, Desert Adventures, if you have a mailing address, please send me your mailing address. I've got something I want to send you as soon as I finish it. For all your help. And I won't take no for an answer. If I have to, I'll hang on to it and come find you. So anyway, I dropped down to 4,006 with drop-offs. I don't know why it went so far down. It took 2 days. And I said, oh no, I'm going to be monetized one day and unmonetized the next. So the next day, it jumped up to 4,014, I think it was. So I've got my tablet running. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I've got my tablet running playlists using NordVPN, which I've been doing, but I'm not sure if it's counting those or not. It's hard to tell. So I'm going to have to go on and see what this looks like, because I don't know what it looks like now that I've been monetized. I think it looks a little bit different. I better not do it on this one. I don't have enough juice. Yeah, I do. Again, thank you, Desert Adventures. I appreciate that. You were a huge help, along with several others. And I wouldn't have made it without you. Maybe next year. But now my goal is 5,000 because I've got 900 falling off in February because of 3 videos. And that's the Scooty Palooza 2021. 900 watch hours for those 3. I couldn't believe it. My biggest ones ever. So now it's time to do some more content. I've got a page full of things to do around here. It's just getting the time to do it. I'm working on my beater S10 pickup. I've had to put a thermal control sensor in it, and now I'm probably going to have to do a mass sensor in it. I mean, is the mass sensor? It's the airflow sensor, mass airflow sensor. Yeah, the mass, because it's running really rich right at the moment. All right, let me see if I can get into even YouTube and see what it's doing. Do it on my visible phone. You know, it's I don't usually do it this way. I'm not used to doing it this way. I'll figure it out as I go. So keep talking up there while I'm doing this. Oh, and thanks again, Living It. Appreciate it. They're making these letters smaller and smaller. All right, let's see if I can bring that up. I guess that's the live one. Yep. Oh, gotta watch my commercial. I've noticed everyone has a starting commercial. All right. It's all right. Now I see how it comes up. Yeah, it doesn't even show up. That's because it's white. That's weird. All right, I guess everybody left. Did everybody leave? No, we got 6 in the house. All right. Anyway, that was the announcement. It took a little over a year and a half, but I went about 6 or 7 months not doing much. And right now it's in a high peak for drop-offs, but then another month for 3 months it's very low. So that's when I'm going to hopefully build up to my 5K. I picked up 3 or 4 new subs in the last few days, which is good. So that's helping. I'm going to start contacting my old subs, and I try to go to their channels to get them to come in and start catching up. Okay, thanks. No, I don't know. However I do that, but I can figure it out. The settings. Display, there we go. Let's see if that works a little bit. Nope, I got that turned down quite a ways. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm about 10 to 15 seconds lag, which is not bad at all. So again, anybody doing anything interesting? Because we got a ways to go for another half hour, and I don't have much to talk about now. I'm going to be doing a few mods on the bus. I'm going to make the Murphy bed frame lighter. Oh, in that monsoon we had right after the drought, I had a little leak in the original spot that it leaked when I bought it. The stuff that everybody recommends using on the seams and everything, I just don't like it. So I'm using some new stuff that will stretch 200%. So as the bus moves, it moves with it. And I repaired that, and so 0 leaks now. It's a 15-passenger, 21-foot, 2007 Ford E350 Super Duty. And my channel was originally a complete conversion of that bus from the ground up, but now it's branched off into vlogs and all kinds of other stuff. Travel, potbelly pigs, German shepherds, a little bit of everything now. So I'm going to be, like I say, doing some more mods. So that was one of them. Another mod is I'm adding, since I've got the third actually, suitcase, I'm adding 2 more bulkhead electrical fittings. so I can run my old ones through a second charge controller, so there won't be any conflict. So I'll run the EcoFlow off the first one. Yeah, definitely do, Rick. I show the good, bad, and the ugly on that. I've made some modifications, and some things I could probably do better next time, because that was the first time I ever did a conversion. First time I ever built cabinets, interior cabinets. Yeah, tore it down to the frame. Then took it 20 miles to have some brackets built and welded on the frame to carry my freshwater and gray water tank. Then redid the floor, and I left an access hole to get to the fuel filter and sending unit, because if I didn't, you'd have to drop the tank to get to it. So I figured if I left these access panels in there, I could get to it easier and a whole lot cheaper. I still have to, I think I'm just going to paint the floor, sand the floor real well, and then paint it. I'm trying to keep the weight down because I'm usually running at 10K, which is the maximum weight for it. So paint that. I've got to still put up a couple ceiling panels. I've already put in my screens, which I've got a video on. It looks like a complicated process, but they've been on now for what, 6 or 8 months, and not a problem with it. Let's see, what else have I got to do? I'm rearranging the cabinets a little bit because I have a ton of vinyl and a ton of transfer tape that I have to carry with me. So I'm trying to readjust the weight distribution. It's gas. It's a 5.3 automatic. My best gas is on a flat with a tailwind about 12.5. Of course, downhill, if I go downhill forever, it would probably be about 14. My worst is about 10.5, and that's going in the mountains. Because I always try to get a big head of steam up going down the hill, so I don't have to give it so much gas going up the hill. That thing will do 95 miles an hour. People look at me like I'm crazy, which sometimes I can be, but let's see, other things. Oh, I'm going to be painting the side. I think I'm going to get some white perf. White perf is a vinyl that you put on vehicles, but it's got holes in it. You can get 50% holes and 50% vinyl, and they're real tiny holes, or 70-30. I think I'm going to get the 50-50 and put on the outside, because the windows are black and they absorb a bunch of heat. And so when you're inside, you can still see outside, and you can sort of see inside even with light on from the outside, but not much. So I'm going to have to look into that, get that done, because that'll cut my heat transfer way down. Again, I've got to put up 2 roof panels, the trim for my fantastic fan. Got a couple minor repairs to do. I think I'm going to modify the composting toilet, make it smaller and lighter. I got to put some racks on either side of the cabinets. They would go on either side of the cabinet, and on the face of the cabinet would be a piece of wood that's got U-shaped cutouts. Then I'd put a rod that sits down in one of those cutouts. Will keep the vinyl from falling against the door. Little things, just to help it stay in place. I've got to do some stops for my laminator because it was sliding around a little bit, so I have to put a couple stops in. Lots of little stuff. I'm thinking about taking one of the catalytic converters off. I have 3, I think, on there. I can take one off. I can't take the other 2 off. And that'll help a little bit with gas mileage. Probably over about 100,000 miles, but, it'll help. And then I've got to get a bracket repaired on that. got to buff out the fiberglass. It's a lot of little stuff. I'm thinking about taking out the old air conditioner that's for the back because it doesn't work anyway. And that would probably save me 50, 60 pounds right there. But then I would fill it up in storage. So I'd be right back where I'm at. When I went the first time with it, I went and got it weighed, and 10,000 was max. I was 9,920 pounds. That was with a full tank of gas, full fresh water, HD, and me. Yeah, buses are starting to go up in price now because more people are wanting them. I wanted to buy a pickup and get a 16-foot cargo trailer and build a new one in there and sell the bus, but pickup truck prices used are ridiculous. It was a 1989, and it had 300,000 miles on it, and they wanted $10,000 for it. Those people are crazy. Oh, the bus works great. Everything in it works. I mean, I can see a few things I would have done differently. Again, that was the first set of cabinets I ever built. And it was, hey, Edsel, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Haven't been on your site in a while. I need to catch you on the next live. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate it. We're good for another 13 minutes. And in my room here, I have the second monitor on, the laptop on. I have, of course, the lights. Then I have a 30-inch TV. Plus, I have all the cable hardware in here. So, with the door closed, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, I mean, they think they're made of gold. I found a Dodge I like, and the only reason I like it because it doesn't have an automatic transmission. Dodges are notorious for their bad transmissions. This one has actually 5-speed in it. And I contacted the guy, and it was a good price to me. I contacted the guy 3 times. He never contacted me back. So I don't know. I would much rather have a standard over an automatic. A standard is about a quarter of the cost to get repaired if you have to. And you can usually find a good one in a junkyard. Automatics. I have a refrigerator freezer that slides out. It's on a slide, and it slides in and slides back out of the way, up under the sink. I have a 2-burner propane stove. And I have, of course, stainless steel sink. I have a pull-out that just actually pulls out from underneath the wardrobe, composting toilet, a big wardrobe, medicine cabinet in there. I've got a drop-down work table, Murphy work table, and my queen-size bed is a Murphy bed that drops down. Gypsy has seen it. She was in the cul-de-sac when I was out there in Arizona. I think everybody in the cul-de-sac came to see it. This unit will freeze, but I usually don't use it for freezing. I usually don't have much use for ice or anything like that anyway. Or, or ice cream. So I just keep it about 38 degrees, 39 degrees. Thank you. Now, the difference between a schoolie and a shuttle bus. Schoolies have pretty much straight sides and square windows. Shuttle buses have curved sides with rounded corner windows. That's how you tell a schoolie from a shuttle bus. There are some shuttle buses that do have straight sides, but they still have the rounded corner windows in them. And I have 3 escape windows that open up at the back around the bed, so I get a nice breeze. I have a drop down utensil door, I guess you'd say. The hinges are at the bottom, so it drops down over the stove, and I keep all my utensils in this little cabinet. I don't know, I got so much stuff in there. I got one junk drawer. You got to have a junk drawer. And then I've got drop down doors and slides and all kinds of stuff I put in there. And last year I did a major lightning modification. I took out over 150 pounds of wood that I didn't need. You know, your cabinet sides. The cabinet sides. What I went in is let's see if I can find me here. There we go. I went in and cut out the centers of the cabinet sides. So it was a hole, took out all that weight. Hey, James and Millie, thanks for stopping in. You made it in time. This was just a pop-up. I wasn't expecting 7 people in here. It was just to announce the monetization. It only took them 1 day for me to get monetized. And true, they are. The buses have a little more ground clearance. Now I'm waiting on the approval of the perks for the join button. And Desert Adventures in Arizona was the first to do is that a super sticker or a super chat? I don't know. I don't know the difference yet. And I appreciate that very, very much. I'm actually going to start telling people to go to PayPal, since YouTube takes 30%, which is ridiculous. So how was your weekend, James, Millie, and Millie? Good, I hope. I just uploaded a short. People were firing fireworks, big ones, off at treetop level. Yeah, I don't know the difference yet. I haven't had a chance to research all that yet. I don't have the custom emojis up there yet. But I do have 4 levels of membership instead of just 2 or 3. I saw one person only had 1. I went in to try to figure out what perks should be, you know. Oh, Naj, no, you don't have to do that. Very much appreciated. I got to work on a thank you video for you guys. Thank you very much. Now, is that a super chat or a super sticker? I have no idea. Hey, 3 generations. Yeah, I see. It's it's going to be dropping down to a tropical storm, which is good. But it's coming right past us, more towards Fayetteville. So we're going to get some wind and we're on the stronger side, and we'll get some wind and some rain Thursday by the looks. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate that. And I don't see nothing on there. Huh. Well, thank you, James. I know you're doing the cooking. Okay, thank you. Again, I just got this thing set up. Well, yesterday, I think it was. This is the first live since. Again, for all my, what would I call you? Supporters. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. It took me by surprise. I wasn't looking to get any. I wasn't asking for any, and I appreciate it. Wings. I can't wait for CR View to get back into the cul-de-sac to get some more of those egg rolls. Those things were fantastic. When I went up to that first Schoolie Palooza thing, you know, she made 30 of them for me and sent me with them. I said, 30? I'm only going to be there a couple days. That was a lot. All right, so this is the second live that I've done since I did major overhaul on my computer. Knock on wood, it's been 100%. Oh, come on, James. No, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. You guys are spoiling me now. I don't know what to say, you know. I'm not much of a talker anyway, but your generosity doesn't help any. It makes me want to be quiet. Thank you very much. Again, all this goes to help HD&I and on the travels and whatever. Yeah. I'll be rich soon, yeah. I'm not going to have the full color digital printer. Unfortunately, I didn't make as much money as I thought I was going to this year here. So I've got about a third of it saved up, and that's $7,000. So maybe next year. You'll pay me to talk. I can't imagine anybody wanting to listen to me. I ramble on, and it's not an exciting channel. Well, it is when I get the show and tell going, but you know, it's a laid back channel. It's for laid back people. I don't have all the bells and whistles going like a lot of them do to distract you. So it's just me and you. Let's see. 10 in the house. I don't know. We picked up a few more. Yay. I don't know who's here, but we're almost to the end. I'll be on here an hour. Wednesday, 8 o'clock. It's going to be. Well, thank you, Rick. I appreciate that. I hadn't thought about it that way. And any present or future, I will really appreciate. So that means I got to work on a thank you video here for you guys. I just don't think saying thank you is enough. Again, Desert Adventures, send me your email address. I'm working on something for all your help in getting me over that 4K. I prepaid Weekend RVing. I made them a custom license plate. But I got something else for them too I'm working on. I'm not sure what you mean by have that voice. I don't know if that's good or bad. Could be bad. And I don't even have any bass cranked in yet. I've got the equalizer I haven't messed with yet. Well, thank you, Three Generations. I appreciate it. And I forgot your name. And that's because, you know, my mind is getting old. It may be shrinking. I don't know. I don't have as much space to remember stuff anymore. But I will be coming back to the desert with the shuttle bus. Iris, thank you. I'll see if I can remember that. Three Generations, got an I in it, so if I see Generations, is Iris. Well, thank you. I haven't caught many of your live streams lately. I've been working, you know, in the mornings and afternoons, and finally getting on at night. I've caught a few of them. Picked up a few new subs, which is nice. Put up a little quick, very quick, short. My neighbors were shooting off fireworks, and they were barely going above the tree level, tops of the trees, and they were close, very close. So I was getting a little worried. You know, it's 9 o'clock. We can go a few more minutes. I don't think anybody's on after me. Well, if they are, I don't know who it is. So If you want to chat for a few more minutes, let me know. If not, we can end this, and I'll be back Wednesday at 8 with some U.S. patents. Thanks, Steve. Appreciate it. Some wild and wacky patents from the U.S. Patent Office, or pictures. And then maybe the following week we'll do some weird photographs. I'm trying to find a niche here, you know. Roy and Becky have got their Today thing and weird stuff, weird headlines. I'm trying to find the niche somewhere. And everybody keep telling me, get out and get content. I've got a full page of things I want to do. Naj, I'm in Wilmington, North Carolina right now. 1st of October, I'll be heading back to Arizona, the Arizona desert, until March 1st, and then head back here to the East Coast. Maybe next year I might try and get up the East Coast a little ways. I'd like to go visit my sister in Limestone, Maine, but that's almost as far as Arizona. I'll have to look it up and see exactly how far it is. South Florida. Ooh, pretty warm down there. Hope you're buttoned up for this tropical storm coming in. Are you on the East Coast or the West Coast? Well, you know, it is that time of year. Naples, okay. I'm not exactly sure where Naples is, but I've been to Clearwater, and that's about it. Jacksonville, and I forgot the name of the other place. That's about it down there. Way back when. Well, good, you won't feel too much of the effects. Some of the wind and rain. Way back when, I helped some friends move to Clearwater, and I had a motorcycle. And we moved from Virginia. So I put my motorcycle on the back of the moving truck and then drove back from Clearwater to Hampton, Newport News, Virginia. And let me tell you, luckily I had some trash bags with me. That was before they made rain suits, I think, for motorcyclists. So I had to cut some plastic bags, one for each leg and one as a coat, and rode in the rain and kept on going. I don't remember how long it took me. That was a long time ago. Where is the center of that storm? I think it's still down near Cuba, isn't it? Yeah, I'll be heading to Quartzsite October 1st. And it's probably going to take about 2 weeks to get out there because I want to do some content on the way. I took I-20 west last year. Last year. And there was a lot of places I wanted to stop. But I was in a hurry to get there, as usual. Hopefully I can slow down. Yeah, I've been riding bikes since 1974, I guess. I have a 1988 Harley Softail Custom. So that's what, 33 years old? Is that right? If my math is right. That's true. Iris. Yep. So I'll be doing, like I say, modifications on the bus. I'll be doing some more content. I've got a full page of stuff I want to do. I just put up a short on some fireworks that my neighbors were trying to set the block on fire with. You were? Uh-oh. You're just a young thing then. I'm not going to tell you how old I am. I will tell you my social security number starts with 001. So that tells you how old I am. Let's see, modifications on the bus, content. Let's see, what else? I'm going to be doing some trick-or-treating with the potbelly pigs, which is what they call trick-or-treating. After they eat, they come bang on my door with their noses. I give them treats. Then they go to bed. So that's trick-or-treating. I'll get some of that. You're 70 and liking it, huh? Well, I like where I'm at. My only problem is, my body may be old, but my mind's way too young still. It hasn't lost anything. It gets me in trouble sometimes. All right, let's see what else. See, I'm running out of things to say. I'm programmed for an hour, so after that, I kind of struggle. Let's see what else new is coming up. Okay, if you haven't seen it, but I built that pet door through the side of the house, through the brick, and then I built a 2-foot wide by 12-foot long ramp coming out that door so the potbelly pigs can come and go as they please, inside and outside. Potbelly pigs are house trained. They use puppy pads if they can't get outside. So they were trained that way. Let's see. They'll sit on command most of the time. Yeah, I know that feeling. No, I some days, I twisted my back the other day, and I had a major back injury, I don't know, 30 years ago. I was carrying a 4x8 piece of plywood, and the wind caught it, and it felt like it twisted me 180 degrees, and it took almost 2 weeks before I could bend. I couldn't lay down, I couldn't sit down, I couldn't stand up. It hurt so bad. And every now and then I'll feel that little twinge and I got to stop what I'm doing. But the other day, Wally wouldn't get in the car, in the back seat. There's a big plastic thing in the back seat to protect the seats. He wouldn't get in, so I grabbed him and picked him up at an angle instead of straight on, and I felt it. I said, oh, geez. So it took about 3 days to pretty much get back to normal. But I'm doing fine now. I just have to pick things up straight, not at an angle. I've been working on my 2000 Chevy S10, which is my beater truck. It's a 2.2 liter turtle with a 5-speed, but it gets 27 miles a gallon, so that's a plus. My bike is still in the clamshell. I haven't brought it out yet this year. I'm going to. And one of these days, I need to get it out and get it cranked. The battery's on charge in here in the house. Let's see, what else? And that's true, Iris. The older you are, the longer it takes. My roommate just had major surgery. She works at the doctor's office. Roommate, housemate. She works in the doctor's lounge at the hospital. And she was starting to get very bloated. And then one day, she couldn't even stand up. And had to go on the phone, on the computer, to talk to a doctor. And then she finally went in, had a CAT scan, and they put her in the hospital. She had a perforated appendix, which means it had little holes in it. And they put her in there, and she was in there for 9 days on antibiotics, an antibiotic drip for 9 days. So they sent her home with antibiotic pills and said in 6 to 8 weeks we're going to go back in and take it out because she had a major infection inside the cavity. And they wanted to get rid of that infection. She was home for 2 or 3 days, and she had to go in for another CAT scan. Come to find out that the appendix burst wide open. So they took her right in. And usually, you got 2 or 3 little holes that they do that stuff with. They had to cut her from waistline to belly button because it had become adhered to a section of her colon, and the infection was so bad they had to go in there and manually clean it out. So her first day to work was last Thursday, Friday, and then she was off Saturday and Sunday. And it about wiped her out. She's doing better today. She wasn't so wiped out coming back. So while she's in the hospital, of course, I'm taking care of the house and HD and the potbelly pigs and trying to keep the house clean because they're pigs, They're carrying all the mud and the dirt. So 15 days in the hospital. And it's going to take a while for her to pay off her hospital bill. It's going to be a big one, even though she has insurance. It's amazing. Insurance won't cover doctor's fees. I don't understand that. And, she can only go with the insurance company, the insurance policy the hospital has. So, anyway, she's doing better. She lost 17 pounds, which was good. She wants to lose another 8. I want to lose about another 15 to 20. With her cooking, I can't. That's why I go to the desert. I go to the desert in the winter to lose weight and come back here and gain it. So when is this tropical storm supposed to hit the tip of Florida? Looks like it's going right over the Keys. And it doesn't look like it's going to be bad, though. 50, 60 mile an hour winds. HD has gone downhill. He can barely stand on his back legs. He has to drag his butt a lot around the house. So I have a harness that hooks around his legs so I can carry his butt as he walks, take the weight off his legs. Plus he has the wheels. So I think I'm going to get a pad, those cleaning pads, attach it to his butt and make him walk around the house, clean the floors as he's going. Yep, tropical storm. We're going to have a lesser tropical storm when it gets here because it's going to be going across some mountains or not maybe so much mountains, but lots of territory, trees and things. So it's not going to be long before he can't use them at all. Probably another maximum 6 months, if that, because he's gone downhill really bad in the last 3 or 4 months. And he had 2 seizures. One of my lives I talked about that. And since that second seizure, now he's got a neurological problem. Sometimes when you scratch a dog in a certain place, his leg will, kick. Well, he's doing that all the time now, every few minutes for no reason. He's had flea baths and, the whole works. So it's not fleas, it's just a neurological thing. I'm going to have to see if I can get something that might help that. I don't know. He's 10 years old, just turned 10 years old in June 22nd. And I've had him since he was 6 weeks old. 6 weeks old, yeah, that's right. And I dread the day. I really dread the day. I just have to get prepared, that's all. I'm not really an emotional type, I guess, except when it comes to him. Anyway, time for a new subject. My list of things to get content on are the USS North Carolina battleship, which is just 6 or 7 miles from here. Fort Fisher, which is a Civil War fort and museum. I may take you across the ferry too. Well, he's back there right now, and his leg is just going like this. and I have to, in the middle of the night, I have to tell him to get back in his bed because he'll be tapping on the table or the door or the hardwood floors here. And, I'm a light sleeper. So I have to tell him to get back in bed, and he does. I'm going to do some research on it and then talk to the vet, see if I can get him something for that, because that's getting worse too. Let's see. Also, what else am I going to do? I'm going to do probably all three beaches. Just do a live, or maybe not a live, but a drive through of all three beaches. We have Wrightsville Beach, which is the rich beach. We have Carolina Beach, which is the party beach. And we have Curry Beach, which is the laid-back beach. See, Wilmington is on a peninsula. It's surrounded three sides by water. When you cross Snowcut Bridge into Carolina Beach and Curry Beach, they're actually on an island because the intercoastal waterway cuts through the middle of this peninsula. Just keeping track on time and stuff. And so be doing that. What else was I going to do? Oh, historical Wilmington. Downtown is very historical. They had the 1819 race riots, I think. And you have to get out of the vehicle and walk between all the hotels and the houses to get to the beach, because you can't see it from the road half the time. And it's growing up like crazy. I don't know why so many things are being built with the price of lumber. Just that one ramp was over $150 in materials, and all the decking boards are used from a old deck. Just $150 for that little ramp. Couldn't believe it. Hey Casey, how you doing? Coming to you live and direct from Wilmington, North Carolina. Yeah, when I was in the service up in Newport News at Langley Air Force Base, used to go to Virginia Beach all the time. And back then, when I was in there, it was 25 cents a gallon for gas. I had a 68 Nova SS 396 4-speed, which I raced a little here and there on the street, which you shouldn't do. But, you could drive down the Kitty Hawk through the beach area, and you could see the ocean. I was up there probably 15 years ago, and you got to squeeze through the buildings to get to the beach now. See, I do a lot of beach metal detecting. I especially love it after the holiday season, because all the white people, untanned people. That's the white people. The untanned people from north come down here to get burnt like a crab or a lobster, and they lose all kinds of stuff in the sand. So I go out and find all this stuff: watches, rings, earrings, toe rings, money. Find all the stuff on the beach. The weirdest thing I found was a gold tooth cap, and it was so old you could see where it was hammered on. Yeah, beach detecting is fun. I have a set of headphones, because if I don't wear the headphones, people come running up constantly. What'd you find? What'd you find? Let me see. Yes, the Blue Ridge Mountains are very nice. Up in Boone, in that area, is really nice. Boone has the Mile High Bridge, walking bridge. When you get to the center of the bridge, it's a mile straight down to the ground. And I went up there like an idiot and sat on the edge of the rock and looked straight down a mile. Had I slipped, I wouldn't be here today. Then you've got Asheville. If you ever want to see a beautiful place, look up the Pine Grove Inn. Pine, P-I-N-E, Groven. That's in North Carolina, in the mountains. You wouldn't walk across the Mile High Bridge. It's a swinging bridge too. It's all nice up in there. I went to Canes Valley 2 years ago to look at a truck in Tennessee, no less, Johnson, Tennessee. And I didn't realize I was on the tail of the dragon, which is 113 turns and 11 miles or something like that. One of these days, I'm going to take my bike up there and run it. All right, I'm going to close this down in about 9 minutes. So hang around. And be sure to watch this after the fact when it gets posted, because I get credit for that also. If anybody would like to play any of my playlists, I've got them set up. So you just let them run in the background. And that way the commercial runs all the way through, so I get credit for that. Well, I'm not leaving yet. Are you leaving, Iris? Still got 9 minutes. All right, Steve, I appreciate it. Thanks for that super sticker. Yeah, that was a super sticker because it had the logo on it. Thank you very much for that. Like I say, we're going to go another 9 minutes and make it an even hour and a half or so. Pretty close to it. And again, Wednesday, I'll be on at 8, and we'll do some patent stuff, weird and crazy designs and inventions. Quite a few people seem to like the Japanese stuff, so I'll bring that back again at another date, another time. I've got 2 more I'm working on right now. Let me tell you some of the photographs, the old photographs. Whew. Thank you, Naj. I appreciate it. Oh, yeah, you'll see both of them. Actually, I have one where Grunt turned 1 year old. He got himself a watermelon cake. Watermelon, hollowed out with apples and oranges and pineapple and all kinds of good stuff. And he had his party hat on. See, my northern accent was slipping. I was going to say party hat on. Party hat on. I got my car in the parking lot, had a party quarter time. I'm from New Hampshire originally, but I've been down south so long I've become southernized. So everybody says I have a Midwestern accent. I guess. I don't know. I haven't heard many Midwesterners. Oh yeah, he loved it. He loved it. Now Wally got his own little cake too, to keep him off Grunt's cake. Wally is a bottomless pit. You could feed him 100 times a day and he wouldn't get enough. So 7 more minutes. Hang in there, guys. Hang in there. As long as you hang into the end, that way I get complete credit for it. So I'm going to be doing some stuff. I've got a video I'm working on now. I'm turning my automatic doors. My automatic doors open up like this. So I'm turning that into an outside shower, or I can stand down on a platform and hang up the heated shower bag, and take a shower anytime I want. So I'm working on that. I've just got to hang the bag, videotape that part, and make the platform I'm going to stand on so I'm not standing in the dirt in the desert. And then I'll post that one. And then I got to work on the next one. I've got to start getting my butt in gear because I don't want to lose this 4K now that I have it. But again, in February, I'm going to lose 900 hours in one night. Well, maybe it won't be one night, over probably a week. I'm going to be losing 900 hours because of my Schoolie Palooza videos. I can't remember how many reviews I had on it, but I had, between the 3 of them, around 900 hours. So I got to get to 5,000 before I get to February. I've got 2 or 3 months coming up. I don't have a whole lot going on, so I can build, I think, on that. Nah, not in October. No, January. It's going to still be warm in October, November. December it starts to cool down. In January, it's kind of chilly. February is chilly. It got down to, I think it was 28 degrees one night. And I use the propane stove for heat. And HD's got a big bed that he sleeps in. And then I throw a blanket over him. He's fine. And then I have probably 2 blankets, a sheet, and a quilt. And I run the heat before I go to bed a little bit. And then I run it when I get up. And that's about it. Now, in the morning, it doesn't take me but a split second to get over there and turn the stove off and back in the bed when it's 28 degrees outside. It's pretty well insulated. It never gets that cold inside. Like when it was 28, I think it was like 36, 38 inside. Because I'm getting some heat off the refrigerator. And that's about it. A little bit of heat off that refrigerator. And I do have a little buddy heater that I can run if I want to, I'll rough it. Let's see, what else can I do? I'm going to do something else. Oh, when I leave in October, I'm going to go ahead and go live. And go across the bridge, the drawbridge and everything with you guys. And I'm going to New Mexico. When I went out last time, I went up 20. And man, I got into the panhandle of Texas and into upper New Mexico. There is nothing there. And I have a video where I was on less than a quarter tank. And the nearest gas station was 52 miles away. And I said, I'm not going to make it. And I think I had a gallon of gas in my generator container. Hang on 1 second. I'm going to put you back over here. And I'll be right back. Hang on 1 sec. I was trying to turn the mic off, but I couldn't find the button. Sorry about that. I'm not used to talking this long. Kim. Hello. Yeah, I decided to go an extra half hour tonight, or you would have missed me. This was just a pop-up. It wasn't planned. And I was telling everybody that, I'm now monetized. And I'm waiting on the perks to be approved by YouTube so I can get the join button up there. And I have 4 levels, not just 1, 2. A real inexpensive, the lowest I could make on the first level, and a medium on the high level. So Kim is in Mississippi, if I remember right. Is that correct, Kim? I think it is. Yeah, those big RVs have a tough time getting up the hills. But if I could afford a $1 million RV, I guess I could afford the gas too. So, well, Kim, if I had been smart, I would have had it done a year ago. So I was slack there for 6 months, And I've been a little slack. Everybody else is picking up my slack lately for me. So I've got to get my butt in gear and get back on it. All right, I think I'm going to close it down. Wednesday at 8 o'clock, my normal time now. I'll be back on. We'll be doing some weird and wacky inventions. Trying to find a niche. Everybody seemed to like the Japanese inventions, which were, some of them were pretty wild. Some of them were kind of useful. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. Thanks for the super stickers and super chats. I appreciate that very, very much. Again, that'll go towards HD and travel, and hopefully me joining up with some other people. And let's see what else. All right, I gotta go. I'm running out of things to say completely. Good night, all. I appreciate it, and I'll see you Wednesday night, Kim, and hopefully everybody else will be in Wednesday night also. Thank you, Iris. Got to keep saying that so I remember it. And everybody have a good night, and we'll see you Wednesday. Now, if I can get this thing to shut off. There we go. Good night, everyone.